Okay, I have a lot of people ask me how. I actually didn't know for a very long time. I used to just use, if I was running braid, I didn't run braid just for the purpose of I didn't know how to. And then I finally searched up a video online of how to tie mono braid to mono knots, and I found a video. I can't remember the name of the dude, but he shows you, and it's the simplest thing ever. So I'm gonna post this on my TikTok because I get a lot of people on my TikTok asking as well. But I also thought I'd make a video to put on my YouTube channel. I got to spool up all my lines because I had an incident when I was out. But I've already recorded the one with my heavier rod. That's got I've just put my shark rig up on there. So I'll show that in this once I'm done this as well. But so the rod that I'm going to be using at the moment to show this, it's just a Penn Defiance, just a medium. It's 7 foot. So it's got 8-pound braid. That's all it is. It's just I can't remember what brand, but I know it's the 8 core. You know, the 8. It's 8 thread, not 16 thread or anything. And then here. Okay, I need to reel that in just a little bit. Okay, it is night time, and it's the only chance I've got to record this really. So going to have to do with the best with what I got. So best way I can show it is a little bit of extra line. Right. So you just get it. He didn't show this in the video, but what I find is when you just do a circle, it either cuts your circulation or it doesn't want to stay. So what I do is I do a circle, I do another circle, and then I flip it to the other side. So now it's on the other side of where the circle is, and then I do that 1 or 2 more times, and then I just go under, so I go around it, and then I just pull down, and that way it doesn't actually cut off your circulation. Like, it could spin if it wants, but it keeps the line tight, so I can just use it like that. Now, if I can move that so I can show this, I'll try and move my phone, move this on a bit more of it, so I can show you what I'm doing. It's the best way I can do it. This is why I did it with the heavy line. I hate doing this 8-pound light line stuff because the line just slips. And then what I'm using, you can't really, okay, let's see. It's just it's a Berkeley Pro Spec. It's also 8-pound. I was supposed to do an 8-pound braid to a 10-pound mono, but I didn't. Oopsie, I picked the 8-pound. But I've been running it. It's been fine. I use it on my ultralight, and I've caught some decent fish on it, and I've caught some decent fish on this rod as well. So you can't really see, but all you do is you put it over the line. So if that's flat, you put it over, and you go above the line. So that line's there, that's the line going above, and the thing you're passing under goes above it, and then you just pull it over, and it makes that loop. And then once it's like that, it's made across. It's as simple as this. You just go, okay. You go under. So that piece of braid you got, you go under again, and then you go over the mono. So that's actually, I'm going to confuse people. So you go around the back up the top, and then it keeps slipping because it doesn't have enough twist yet. So you go around the front towards you on the bottom piece of braid, and then you pull it up from behind, and then you take it around the front and you put it behind, away from you. So you just keep doing that. So it's over, under, over, under, and then once you've been doing it for a while, it just gets to a point like, I've only known the knot maybe 2 months, but once you figure out how to do it, it just becomes as simple as that. Like, admittedly, I do make mistakes still, but everybody does that. I mean, we're human. So it's just under, over, under, over. And the lighter the line, the more I like to do. The way I do it, so you see that it's the mono that we're twisting. Once I get to a point where the mono is getting hard to grab, like there's not a whole lot of mono left to twist around, that's usually where I stop at. So maybe 20 times I twist it. Probably don't need to do that much, but I don't have a problem with how much. So there we go. It's about pretty much all I can fit left over. There we go. Is one knuckle. So from a tip to the knuckle of my thumb is what's left. And then I release that mono and I hold it. And then because I got a long piece of this is what you're doing the knots with. I think they're called uni knots. I'm pretty, correct me if I'm wrong. When there's a lot of it, it annoys me. It just gets in the way and you mess up. So you just make a D is what I call it. So you just make a D and you pass it around and through. I hate light line, man. It never wants to play the game. Okay, where's that? So the mono bit on top, and yeah, so you just put it behind and then push it through. Probably doesn't help I'm doing this in the dark, but it is what it is. And then you just pull that tag end of braid, and of course it's gonna do some wonky stuff and slip, and then you just okay, is that done it? Yep, that's done it. And then so we went that way, so we made the D here, and then for this one you go the opposite way just to make sure that it crisscrosses, so that when it's going through your line guides or the line is getting friction on it as it goes through your spool, it doesn't unthread it, because if they all face the same direction. So I've just done 2 there, and then I wet it and I pull down. Just pull down to make sure it's tight. You pull on the uni knots. I'm going to call them uni knots. If I'm wrong, I'm going to look so stupid. And then with the braid I have left over, I just keep doing them until I can't do any more. I mean, the more security knots, because that's all they are, they're just to make sure that the line doesn't untangle. The more you have, the less chance it has of untangling, so it's not like there's a big problem if you do more. But if this video gets any action or engagement, and you just want me to make a proper one in the daylight, I'll do one in the daylight with probably a white background so you can see it better. Or I might even go and, I think I've got green line somewhere. Yeah, I probably have green line somewhere. I'll use that so you can actually see instead of the clear monofilament. But, alright, there we go. See, that's the last one. It's getting too hard to pull through now. Never mind, I didn't even do one. See, you have the light, I have the shadow, where the light, the angle, because I'm next to the light, so the light's reflecting off the bricks of my house and casting a shadow on my eyes. so I can't actually really see what I'm doing. But it's worked out. Come on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that'll be the last one. Right. So there we have it. Pull tight again. Pull tight again. And then you just get your tag ends. And you snip. So much. These braid scissors, man. Oh, braid scissors. Buy braid scissors. It cuts braid so well. I just like a sharp knife. And then we cut the mono off. So, alright, there we have it. What if I put my hand? You can't even see it. I need something dark. If you, yeah, let's see if I can. No, that's too bright. There we go. Now we got an accent. So there you go. You can see that's the FG knot there. That's the connection. There we go. Should have had it like that the whole time. Now you can actually see the reflection. So, and then all I do is get my mono. Make sure the scissors aren't on it because it's a light line and it'll just cut through it if it picks it up. I throw it on the floor. I don't put it in a holder or anything. How I like to spool is I just grab it, tighten the drag, and I hold it close to the reel. This roof, it's a bit hard to do. So I just hold it close to the reel and just have it tight in my fingers. Now I'm a painter, so by trade, so I've got quite hard callus. So it doesn't bother me, but some people might get cut by the braid. I mean, the braid will cut me if I do it too quick, and braid is not fun. Alright, so there we have the FG knot, the leader, goes in, and now we got mono on the spool. Now that we got mono, I move my hand further up. You won't be able to see my hand, and I keep it tight, and then I go quick. Let's see if I can get this to sit somewhere, because it's just annoying me. Alright, there we go. And then we just top the spool. Okay, I'm going to move this back around because that's too close. Alright, there we go. Now, okay. Now I'm apparently meeting heaven. Oh. This body's too bright. Alright. There we go. So, no, you can't see. Alright, what if we put it there? And I'm recording on a crappy iPhone 7, so you can't really tell, but the mono's going on there. So we're just going to fill the spool until it's at a point where I'm happy with. It's probably going to have maybe 100 meters, 50 to 100 meters of mono, I'd say, because I did have to take off a lot of braid. But so we just chuck that on. How are we looking? That's basically a full spool. Probably fit a little bit more. Yeah, it's going on quite nicely actually. This is going to have a lot of line on it, eh? I was not expecting it to fit this much of the 8-pound mono. Might have 200 meters. Alright, never mind. That's the end of the spool. So, time for me to pick up some more mono. But, so I'll just cut this off. keep that. I like this mono. Like, it's only £8, but sometimes when I'm trying to snap it, I'm like, they gotta be lying to me. Usual line twists around the rod. There we go. Alright, and then let's see if we can show you this. So, there we have it. You can still kind of see the blue underneath. That's just the reflection, the light shining through the mono. But perfectly even spool. It probably could have fit maybe another 50 meters, 50 meters. But we got this here. So I'm just gonna reel it up to the top of the spool. I don't have anything out of my tackle box to actually rig this up just yet. So I'm just gonna leave that loose like that. But I did rig up. So this is my other rod that I spooled just before. So this is my shark fishing rod. In Australia, we get the bull sharks up in the freshwater rivers. So I just use it, like, it could take a bigger shark. It's a Penn Spin Fisher 8,500 reel. It's got quite heavy drag. It's got 65-pound braid to the Penn Super X Tournament Edition mono, and that's 30 pounds. So yeah, it's 60-pound to 30-pound mono. And then, now don't judge me because I ran out of the little zip ties, but this is just the little rigs that I use. Like, it's not these river sharks. They only get 1 meter, 2 meters at most. So they're not no crazy shark fishing like what you see off the beach. But so like I said, I need to get the little zip ties. But it's just a little Tenno circle hook. Trying to remember the brand. They're a mustard hook. That's it. So it's just a mustard monster, I think they're called. I've got 10 O's, 14 O's, 16 O's, and 18 O's, and then I've got 1 or 2 20 O's as well. I've got a overhead. It's only a 30 wide. I want to get an 80 wide at one point. But so